Wale, I'm very pleased to be with you this evening to have a chat with you, because the last episode you did was so marvelous, to the point that everybody was just subscribing and subscribing. So I wanted to find out, what is your inspiration? Can you tell the people what your inspiration is?
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your time for coming around and for asking what is my inspiration. To start with, I can confidently tell you that God Almighty has been my inspiration, is the one that inspired me. In fact, the very first day I landed at the correctional center, I was there so hopeless. I got there. In fact, that was the first day I shed tears in all of the journey. I shed tears because, a soldier who has been a man of command, man of authority, out there all this while, and suddenly I was moved to prison, and a female prison staff is telling you, sir, sit down, please sit down there.
You have to.
And you have to sit on the floor.
Wonderful.
And you have to sit on the floor.
Really?
That it's a process over there. It's a process where you sit down, one step to another.
You have to obey
where you are being searched, another you get. And I look back, a whole me, soldier, gallant officer.
Can you imagine?
A whole me, gallant officer. And I'm now sitting on the floor. Sincerely speaking, it was tough, but like I said earlier, God has been my strength. Thank you.
That's wonderful. And that will make me to also find out that, being a soldier and a man of command, like you said, how did you really cope with those, apart from being a female warden, prison warden now, how did you cope while in custody for, this number of years that you said you spent there?
Thank you so much.
How were you able to manage them? So that, sometimes, if anger comes, how did you, maybe they ask you to do some things that does not please you, and you are very, very, vexation came in, and then you wanted to react negatively. How were you able to put yourself together to make sure that you don't cause any friction?
Well, thank you, sir. Like I said earlier, everything about me has been God. And where I've been coming from where I was raised as
your background.
my background, the discipline has always been there.
Okay.
And to go back to the Nigerian Army, it's an institution of discipline. It's an institution of discipline.
Yeah.
And when I got to the prison, when I got to the correction center, I quickly understood that this is a setup on its own that has structure, rules and regulation, that has its structure in place. So on this note, I have to work on my self-discipline.
Okay.
If you were asked to come out, you come out.
Okay.
You were asked to sit down, you sit down. You were asked to move, you move.
Wow.
You were asked to stop, you stop. Sincerely speaking, if you engage in all this, you don't have problem. And that was how I was able to
cope,
maneuver my way all through all this while.
That's wonderful.
Thank you, sir.
God has really been your source of inspiration. That will bring me to another, fundamental question. There are so many people in that place. What would be your advice to those that you have learnt now, and these guys are still there? Maybe due to one reason or the other, they are still there. So what would be your advice to those that you left behind?
Thank you, sir. My advice is that I would like to advise all my brethren in the college. I call it college because that place is a place of learning.
Wow.
It's a place of learning, so I call it college. My advice to them is that number one, God is omniscience, is omnipresent, omnipotent. His power manifests everywhere. So I want them to take that opportunity of being in that place to have great encounter with Christ. Have great encounter with Christ. I want to advise them that in that place where they are, some of them who commit the crime, some do not some do not commit the crime.
Okay, that they were arrested.
They were arrested because there was no voice for them.
They are innocent.
There are a lot of innocent. There are innocent who, you know, probably there are some. In some cases, there are some who commit the crime, but the crime do not really what's been in that place. You understand? Years. But because there is no voice, there is no one to speak for them, and as such, you know, they are being reminded. So my advice is that God himself is the only one who can set ones free. They should embrace Christ. They should hold God tight. They should use this time they are in there to know God the more. And of a truth, if they do that, God will help them out. And I also advise them to be law-abiding while they were there. They should be law-abiding and be hopeful. There is hope for them.
They should not lose hope.
They should not lose hope. They should be hopeful and be doing what is expected of them. They should be law-abiding. They should work with the prison authority to make sure things is being done accordingly. They should shun everything that is not expected of them and embrace what can transform their life positively.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your answer to that question.
You're welcome.
And that will bring me to, you said that some of them were not really they did not commit any crime. Maybe they were innocent and they found themselves there. And I want to believe that these people have families. So what do you think? How can you come in? Because since you have met with them one-on-one, you have you know them. Is there any way? Is there anything you can do to, peradventure, assist such people that do not have a voice? Nobody is as if they are people have actually abandoned them to the government. Is there any plan in place or something that you can do, or through the instrumentality of the government itself, so that these people can get their freedom?
Thank you so much, sir. The reason for this channel HBB, behind bar, it's all about what the question you just asked now. Okay, sir, let me just take it from this aspect. I think 3 weeks ago, I went to Kirikiri for a book, for an album launch. So, while I was in that college, when I say college, I mean the correctional center. I call it college because it's a place of learning. I can say it anytime. Now, while I was there, I have these young guys who assisted me in doing some certain things, because very early in the morning when I woke up from the prison, I'm among the evangelism team. So what we do is that I go out for evangelism. So sometimes my plates that I used to eat another, so those boys will come and wash my plates, wash my clothes, and do some tidy ups for me. Do you understand? Now, these boys, I met them there 2016.
Wow.
I met them there. And I left them there 2019. And I went there 3 weeks ago.
And they were still there.
They were still there. In fact, I was able to, to talk to them, bring them together, talk to them. Two of them, how are you? How are you guys doing? Sir, they were talking to me and I was shedding tears inside me. I was feeling so bad inside me, but I shouldn't allow that to be seen in my face. And I said, now, the thing is that these people, they've already They are still 8 years. I met them as 8 years, awaiting trial.
Okay, that's the meaning of 8
8 years, awaiting trial. And they are still awaiting trial till now. They are still in that category, awaiting trial till now. I asked one of them, when was the last time what are your people doing about your being here? He said, sir, since you left, no one has come to visit him. He said, in fact, as he is now, he do not even know if he still have family out there. And the truth is that they have family out there.
That's the reality.
Do you understand?
Yes.
And I understand that if this person leave the correctional center, being transformed positively and come back to the society, the family will be happy seeing their boy doing well. I am also a product of that college. Do you understand?
Yeah.
I'm also a product of that college. My family are happy. They're happy to be around me today. So I understand that if family abandon this duty to government alone, to the prison staff alone, it will be difficult to achieve results. So therefore, let us, the government has provided a means of visitation days.
Yes.
Let's family, relatives, create out time, visit these men, talk to them, greet them. Do not abandon them to government, because one way or the other, the law will free them one day. They will return back to the society. If they get back to the society, how do you want them to fit in when the law from family, relatives is not there? So, sir, to answer your question, this is what triggered me. I want to try as much as I can do to relate. To see how myself and my team can help those who seems to be abandoned back to their relatives while they are still there.
Okay.
Expecting their freedom. Thank you, sir.
Yes, thank you very much for that explanation. It's really touching. You know, when you said some people you met them there, you even left them there since 2016.
And I went there 3 weeks.
That's serious. That's serious. Those guys must have grown old, very.
Serious.
So there's this vision you mentioned. This HBB is it, because it was in your first episode? I saw HBB. What does it really mean? And what is the vision of this? Though it's like you have mentioned part of the call that you want to do. What is the vision of this HBB?
Okay, HBB.
In a nutshell, yeah.
Okay, sir. HBB simply means hope behind bar.
Behind bar.
Hope behind bar.
Behind bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand that a lot of glorious features are behind bar.
Destinies.
Yes, glorious destinies are behind bar.
Yeah.
And there is need for us to support them, restoring hope to them,
Yes.
and also encouraging them time after time. Like last time I went, since I left the place, I have been visiting. The last time, I think around July, I visited July. I think I bought 20 dozens of boxers. 20 dozens of boxers. I kept one dozen for myself, and I took 19 dozen to them. The same thing I bought for them was the one I keep for myself, because I'm once a student of that college, and I understand their need mostly. So, sir, what we are after is to see how we can restore hope to them, encourage them, and to reconcile them back to their family. And as such, their future is bright. They can get back to the society, transform positively.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mr. Lawale.
You're welcome, sir.
My prayer is that God will continue to guide you.
Amen.
And this thing is not easy. You need resources to also pursue this. You need, in some cases, you also need lawyers that will come to assist you. Maybe some of them that they are not, their cases are not coming up. If the lawyer can facilitate it and get it done on time, so that they can come out of the place free and be reunited back to their families, it will be a wonderful experience. So I want to appreciate you, and I pray that God will continue to guide you. No power will be able to stop you.
Amen.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. Sir, like what you just said is one of my expectations. I am praying to God. I am hoping to have like-minded people that we can work together as a team.
Yeah.
That we can work together as a team and see how we can contribute positively to this government, our nation, Nigeria, our dear nation, Nigeria.
Depopulate the prison.
Yes, and I see how we can depopulate the prison. The place is too filled up. It's too filled up. Yes, I am not in any way supporting bad behavior. I'm not in any way supporting people going against the law of the land. I am not saying they should not be sanctioned. I am not saying they should not be disciplined. But why the essence of this discipline is for them to be transformed. I want, it doesn't make sense somebody goes to prison, spend 10 years in prison, and he comes back again after a year later, he's back to prison. Then for the past 10 years, he hasn't learned anything.
That is what it means.
He hasn't, and that doesn't mean that the prison staffs are not doing their best. The prison staff, I was once there, and I can tell you the prison staff, they are doing their best.
They go to church.
There's church, there's monks.
So
they gave room. They gave, in fact, I enrolled.
And they have opportunity to go to school.
Yes, sir. I entered there with O level.
Okay.
I entered there with O level. It was in the prison. I got an admission into the National Open University, free of charge.
Okay, they are
Sir,
free.
Free. The government is the one sponsoring that.
They can even write WAEC free of charge.
Sir, there is a primary school department there.
So the government is doing.
There is secondary school department there, and there is higher institution, and there is vocational, all these trades and other. You want to learn how to.
Yes.
You
like
want to learn how. Yes, carpentry.
Mechanic.
Oh, you can mention.
Tailoring.
They also give room. The prison authority. They also give room to those NGOs.
Okay.
They came in to empower them. To empower them. Empowerment.
That's the word, empowerment.
I can remember I learned how to make paints while I was there.
Okay.
There's this Anchor Heritage Initiative.
Okay.
There's this organization, NGO, Anchor Heritage Initiative. They taught us how to make paint. When I was there, we made paint and we paint. They taught us how to make the paint and how to paint
the facility.
The facility wherever you go. Also there I learned how to bake.
Okay.
Honeywell came there. Honeywell brought a program.
Okay.
They taught us how to bake bread. Yes, with flour, how to do a lot of things.
Even people outside cannot get all this knowledge.
And the thing is that this thing is free of charge. These things are free of charge.
We have many people that have been.
The prisons, I could remember the psychologist's name, Mr. Alu. Mr. Alu, we call him psychology, is the one in charge of all this program. Okay. The man goes go to places and invite people to come and teach, to come and train them. This thing free of charge. But I can tell you, sir, there are a lot of people in that place that will not even think anything is happening. They won't go. But sometimes, why would they not go? It's a question. Somebody who his parents has never for once, since he was visited him, how do you expect him to be happy? To go, so I am appealing to parents, to relatives. It can happen to anybody. Please do not abandon them. Do not say, and you have disowned this one completely. Yes, the person have done wrong. We agree. We do not support the wrong he did. But we need to join hands together, join force together, and see how they can get better and come back home. Thank you.
Thank you so
God bless
much.
you.